You want to buy your first Bitcoin, but you don't want to mess it up. Smart. Today, we're doing it step by step, from nothing to Bitcoin in your wallet. No fluff, no filler, just exactly what to do and in what order. What's up? I'm Sats, and today we're making buying your first Bitcoin actually make sense. Let's keep it simple. Before we get into the actual steps, two quick things I want you to have clear in your head, because these will make the whole process way less stressful. First, you do not need to buy a whole Bitcoin. I know that sounds obvious, but a lot of people don't realize this. One Bitcoin right now is worth tens of thousands of dollars, but you can buy 20 bucks worth, 10 bucks, $5. You're buying a fraction, and that fraction is just as real and just as valuable proportionally as a whole one. So don't let the price scare you off before you've even started. Second, only put in what you're genuinely comfortable with. Bitcoin has an incredible long-term track record. It has outperformed every other major asset class over the past decade, and the smartest investors in the world are calling it the hardest money ever created. But short-term, it can be volatile. So start small. Get comfortable with how it all works. Build from there. This is a long game, and the people who win at it are the ones who stay in it. All right, with that said, let's go. Step 1. You need an exchange. That's just the platform where you buy Bitcoin. Think of it like a currency exchange booth at the airport, but online and for crypto. For US beginners, there are a few solid options. Coinbase is probably the most beginner-friendly. Clean interface, well-known, and publicly traded on the NASDAQ, which tells you something about its credibility. River is excellent if you want a Bitcoin-only platform with no altcoin distractions. Gemini is another strong regulated option, and Strike is worth knowing about for low-fee Bitcoin purchases linked directly to your bank. What to look for in any exchange. It should be registered with FinCEN and licensed in your state. It should require ID verification. That's actually a good sign, not a bad one. And it should have two-factor authentication available. Avoid any exchange you've never heard of that's dangling sign-up bonuses or suspiciously low fees. If in doubt, stick with the names people know. For this walkthrough, I'll use Coinbase as the example because it's where most US beginners start. But the steps are essentially the same on any reputable exchange. Step 2. Create your account. Go to the exchange website and remember what we covered in the scams video. Bookmark it the first time and always go back through that bookmark. Sign up with your email and create a strong, unique password, not the one you use for everything else. A proper one. Then comes identity verification. This is where the exchange confirms you are who you say you are. It's a federal legal requirement. Exchanges have to comply with KYC rules, which stands for Know Your Customer. That means uploading a photo, ID, a driver's license or passport, and sometimes a selfie. I know it feels like a lot, but it's actually a good sign. If an exchange is skipping this step, run. Verification usually takes a few minutes to a day or two, depending on the platform. While you're waiting, set up two-factor authentication. This is non-negotiable. Use an authenticator app like Google Authenticator, or Authy rather than just SMS. It's significantly more secure and takes about 2 minutes to set up. Step 3. Add funds. Once your account is verified, you can deposit money. For US users, the most common methods are ACH bank transfer or debit card. ACH transfers are slower, usually 1 to 3 business days, but the fees are much lower. Debit cards are instant but cost more. For your first small purchase, a debit card is fine just to get going quickly. Start small. I mean it. Your first buy does not need to be a big one. $20 or $30 is plenty to learn the process. Once you've done it once and you can see Bitcoin sitting there in your account, the whole thing gets a lot less intimidating. Then add more when you're ready. One heads up. Some banks flag transfers to crypto exchanges and might ask you to confirm it or even decline it. This is more common with traditional banks. If that happens, call your bank or try a different payment method. Apps like Cash App and Strike are generally the smoothest for buying Bitcoin directly with minimal friction. Step 4. The good part. Buying your Bitcoin. Find the buy section on your exchange. Select Bitcoin. Make sure it says BTC, not any other coin. Enter the dollar amount you want to spend. The exchange will show you exactly how much Bitcoin you'll receive at the current price and what the fee is. Review it, confirm it, and that's it. You own Bitcoin. It really is that simple. The first time it feels like there should be more steps. There aren't. Your Bitcoin balance will appear in your exchange account, usually within seconds. Now, here's something important to understand. Right now, your Bitcoin is sitting on the exchange. That means the exchange is custodying it for you. They hold the keys, not you. For small amounts and short time frames, that's okay. But for the long term, the goal is to move it to a wallet where you control the keys. We've got a full video on setting up your own wallet coming up in this series. The saying in Bitcoin is, not your keys, not your coins. It's worth taking seriously. Step 5. The one everybody skips. Record keeping. In the US, the IRS treats Bitcoin as property. That means every time you buy or sell, it's a taxable event. The IRS has been increasingly focused on crypto reporting, and exchanges are now required to issue 1,099 forms for transactions above certain thresholds. So keep a simple record from day one. When you bought, how much you spent in dollars, and the price of Bitcoin at the time. A basic spreadsheet works fine. There are also apps like Coinly and CoinTracker that sync with your exchange and handle the calculations automatically. I'm not a tax advisor, and this isn't tax advice, but getting this right from the start is so much easier than untangling it at tax time. Alright, let's run through the 5 steps one more time. 1. Choose a reputable licensed exchange. Coinbase, River, Gemini, or Strike are all solid starting points. 2. Create your account, get verified, and enable 2-factor authentication. 3. Add funds via ACH transfer or debit card. 4. Buy your Bitcoin. Select BTC, enter your dollar amount, confirm. 5. Keep records of every purchase for the IRS. And when you're ready, look into moving your Bitcoin to your own wallet for long-term storage. That's it. You're a Bitcoin holder now. And honestly, welcome. Taking the time to actually understand this before buying puts you ahead of most people who just ape in without a clue. Bitcoin rewards patience and knowledge. You've already shown you've got both. If this helped, hit that subscribe button. And drop a comment below telling me how much your first Bitcoin buy was. Big or small, every sat counts. No dumb questions here, ever. Now that you've got Bitcoin, please watch this next. It's the scams video. I know that sounds boring, but you are now a target, and these are the exact tricks people use to steal from new holders. 2 minutes could save you everything. And after that, we're getting into the Bitcoin halving. What it is, why it matters, and what it's historically done to the price. Stack smart, stay curious. See you next time.